This is a review of the Moonlight RGB fans by Easy DIY Fab. This is the 5-pack PWM version, which I bought from Amazon for £42. There is a non-PWM version for a few pounds less. Inside the very plain box, you get the 5 fans, 5 sets of screws, controller, motherboard sync cables and manual. The controller is housed in aluminium, not plastic. Power for the fans are connected on one side, the RGB on the other. The controller itself is powered by SATA, not Molex, and there are 2 buttons on the top, one to switch the RGB effect, the other for the effect speed. There's no remote control with this, but if your case has a reset switch, you can repurpose it for the RGB effects control. This set is compatible with all the main motherboard RGB software, but you can still use it if you don't have a board with RGB headers by just using the controller. When using just the controller for the RGB, the marketing boasts 50 different effects, but in reality there are about 10, but each one is repeated with the various colours. I'll go through all these in a separate video, along with how well it syncs with my MSI motherboard. The camera really can't do these fans justice, as they look much better in person and can get quite bright. There are LEDs in the middle of the fan and also in the 2 outer rings. The airflow seems quite decent and they're not too noisy at full speed. Here's what it looks like in my case. The only negative I have is that the screw holes were way too tight for the screws and I needed to use a drill, and even then I nearly stripped several of the screws. I took to manually boring out the holes to make it easier. If I had done that from the beginning, the installation experience would have been much better. But overall, I recommend these.